Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of the Aston Villa save, Raise the Holte. Now, as you can see, last episode it was very disappointing. We ended up absolutely mugging Fulham off for a draw. But since then, we've had two games, two much improved performances. We've gone back to basics. We'll go through the tactics that I just reverted. We've sort of been morphing away from what was successful for us over time. But we fixed that. Preston, we went there they came to us and it was much better. It was a nice return to form. You can see Scott Hogan and Diamante got goals, and then Jake Doyle-Hayes gave him a debut. We had to have a few injuries in midfield, so called him up from the under-23s, gave him his debut, and he knocked in a 95th minute goal, so that could not have gone any better, to be honest. Then we went to Sheffield Wednesday. As you can see, 2-0 up, two more beautiful goals from Scott Hogan. Now, if you remember earlier on in the season, when we were at home, we were 2-0 up and ended up drawing 2-2. It almost happened again. 92nd minute, they got one back, consolation goal. I thought, no worries. They very nearly scored another equalising goal, which would have probably cancelled the channel, to be honest. I don't know if I could have handled 2-0 stuff-ups in a row against Sheffield Wednesday. So today we're doing QPR. They're coming to us. You can see they're 6th in the table, so this is going to be an interesting game. And then we'll do Sunderland. We'll go to Sunderland. They are 16th. We should be able to beat them. So what this means for the league table, as you can see, we're still top, 3 points ahead of Bristol City. We now have an 11-point gap to Reading, who's in third. So automatic promotion is looking good. There's 12 games to go, 11 points up. If we do stuff this up, then I expect to be mercilessly taunted, because we'll be calling for my head. I'll be calling for my own head if we don't go up at this point. But let's have a look at the tactics we're going to use against QPR today. Now, we do have two games. I think this must be the Easter period, maybe the start of March. So we do have two games in quick succession. So we've made a few tweaks, and then we're going to make a few more tweaks for the next game. Whelan, we're bringing in for Jedinak. Jedinak needs a rest. Whelan wants game time after his goal against Fulham. He probably does deserve a start. We're going to keep Hogan up front, even though Wilson is now back fit. Wilson will play against Sunderland. His fitness is still a little bit touch and go. We're going to keep El Mohammadi on for Adoma. He did need a rest. I gave El Mohammadi a game and he's done well. So we'll give him another go, and then we'll bring Adoma in for the next one. Again, Andre Green, we'll keep him up there, and then what's his name? Snoddy is coming back to fitness as well. So this is the team. We're going to bring Chester in for Elphick for similar reasons. Elphick hasn't been playing too well, even though the team has, so he probably could do with a rest. So you can see here our form. It says it's inconsistent. I mean, that's the blip we had against the other mob and Fulham. So I don't think that's anything too much to worry about. Ben Woodburn, Liverpool youngster, is their main attacking option, striking option. So we've been warned to keep an eye on him. So we will do that. But and I forgot to update you too. The Fulham game, I think it was, when Birkir Bjornsson got injured. He's out for 4 months, so that's his season done. So that's a little bit unfortunate, because he is someone that I like to have in there as a midfielder to play box to box or Mazzala role or something along those lines. So what's the atmosphere like here? Palpable awkward silence. Clearly disinterested. So we'll go assertive again. We should be winning this comfortably. So I've tried that before and that hasn't worked. So let's show what you can do to keep our run going. That seems to have worked. Okay. I think I've been trying the calm, I have faith, as opposed to the passionate. I think we're getting to the point of the season where nerves are going to be one of the main things, or the only things that can actually probably stop us at this point. So I'm thinking calm voices before kickoff is probably the way to go. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Hogan has been amazing the last two games. He has just been scoring left, right and centre, so that's been very promising for us. And like I say, the return to shorter passing, I think over time we've been getting more and more mixed and direct, and I think that's been our problem, because we saw the last episode we just couldn't pass to each other. So I think the shorter passing has helped that. and you'll see with some of the goals we scored, with the goals of the month at the end of the episode, that we've certainly returned to form with the shorter passing. We're spraying it around and we're knocking in some nice goals. So let's see what we can do here. Horahan out to Green. Green, what's he got? Ball into Diamanti. Diamanti over to Horahan. Horahan has a beautiful pass out to Green. Can he get a ball into the box? It's across to Horahan. Shoots. Oh, what a goal! It's a wonderful strike, but you probably have to ask some questions of the goalkeeper. I think he probably should have been saving that. But we will take that all day long on the volley. Maybe unsighted by the defenders there. But what a goal, what a way to get underway. Alright, let's give them, let's not concede straight from the kickoff. We'll give them a concentrate. Come on, hold him up there, hold him up. Nope. That's not holding him up, that's diving in, but that's fine. Oh, less than a minute. Unbelievable. The concentrate didn't come quick enough. I should have done it as soon as the ball went in the back of the net. Look, that's not great. I'm assuming that's Hutton. Can we click on him? Get him? Yeah, Hutton. Oh dear. Alright, let's just rebound. We've already got one, we can get a second. So we're dominating possession. So that's good. Not much else is happening. Can we give them an encourage? Alright, come on Hutton. What have you got here? On to El Mohammadi. There's not much happening in the middle. We don't really have a big target man, especially with Yadanak out. Out to Whelan. What's he got for us? Okay, sprayed out wide. That's a nice pass to Diamanti. Diamanti round the corner to Green. Can Green find Hogan? Hogan! Goal! Another wonderful strike from Scott Hogan. That was some nice little interplays there. It's a good ball, it's a good finish off the post. Oh, I didn't want encourage now. Now we want concentrate. Seems like every time I go to click to shout, a team scores. So let's hope this isn't going to be another goal. If they score again straight after we've scored, I am going to be apoplectic. That is the sort of shooting that we want to see continue from them. A little bit concerned about James Chester here, his lack of match fitness. I have been giving him games in the under-23s, but obviously it's not quite the standard that he requires. So 2 goals in the half, that's not bad. I don't think... Okay, let's have a look at other scores here. What have we got from those around us? Bristol City is smashing Wednesday. The other mob is 1-1 and Reading is drawing. So not a bad set of results at halftime for us. So maybe a passionate... You're playing well, there's room for improvement. Chester needs to play better. Terry needs to play better. Taylor, we haven't really seen anything of Taylor, have we? Diamanti can play better. Whelan's been fine. We'll give him a passionate, keep it up. Who have we got here? El Mohammadi, he can do better as well, actually. And then the front two, Green has been good. We'll tell him he can do better though, because you don't want complacency. And Hogan, once again, passionate. There's a lot more to come. Okay, let's get this second half underway. So hopefully we won't have any more complete lapses of concentration. Oh, Hutton, there we go. That's a good lunge as opposed to that first effort. Hutton's looking motivated, so that's good. Okay, we've got to mark him up here, boys. Get it away. Ooh. I'm not even going to try and say that name. We just call you Dave. We'll just call you Dave. That was close. So I'm beginning to look at what we can do for next season. We've got to try and, I mean, not necessarily get the wage bill down, but get the wages spent on players that actually deserve them. Oh, wheeling. We're spending too many 30, 40, 50, even 60 grand a week on just absolute rubbish. I mean, a Bong Lahore, that's going to be 55 grand a week. Imagine what we can do with 55 grand a week. Terry, I'm still torn whether we keep him or get rid of him. I'm thinking the wages that he's going to need can be better spent on a younger player that's actually going to play, as opposed to someone around, you know, it's like a club captain kind of thing, even though Jedinak is club captain next year. Or Chester. Oh, he's offside. I mean, yeah, Jedinak is just, I mean, that's another reason to ship Terry out, actually, isn't it? Just so Jedinak is the undisputed team leader. Alright, I think it's time to get rid of Diamanti for this one, because we're winning, he's not playing well. We can bring, do we bring Jedinak? I put this James Bree on the bench. He's a young kid for us. He can play in midfield, I think. No, we're only a goal up, it's not the time. So we'll put Jedinak, we'll switch Jedinak and Whelan, and then we can put Whelan here. We'll put him again as a ball-winning midfielder. 2 ball-winning midfielders. Alright, come on, Yetta. The thing with Jedinak too is that he does help out with that extra height, defending set pieces, and of course attacking from corners and that. He's quite dangerous. Alright, Terry wins that. Get in front of it. Oh no, who's clocked off there? Oh, how we're lucky to get away with that. Hutton is knackered and not playing well. Is this the time to give Bree a debut? Possibly not, but I feel like that's got to happen. And same with Chester's rubbish, he's not playing well. So we'll bring Delat on, play him in the middle. And we might switch our fullbacks. Maybe to defensive fullbacks. I don't think we need them going forward just now. Of course, every time I make bigger changes to the tactics like this, they go and score, and then I've got to go and undo everything, which is the most annoying thing on the planet. It's first world problems, isn't it? Okay, come on boys, we've got to see this out. Concentrate. Every time I do that, someone scores. Alright, James Bree. Up to Hogan. Hogan to El Mohammadi. El Mohammadi, can you get back to Bree? That's not a defensive fullback, that's more attacking than I would have liked. Hogan. Hogan, can you get the ball in the box? Andre Green, the back post. Goal! Every time I do a touchline shout, someone scores. I'm not sure that that is a defensive fullback's role there, but that's a wonderful ball forward to Hogan. Hogan, perfect to the back post. Green couldn't miss. You can see that with the shorter passing that our attacks just look better. We're passing to each other. That's a good win. I'm really happy with that. That's 6th in the table, and that was relatively comfortable, wasn't it? I mean, it says they had 15 shots, but you know, where were the shots coming from? Although they did have a few that just snuck past the post, so maybe I'm getting a little bit overconfident. So that's a passionate, well done boys, that's a good win. Now in terms of the guys that went off, well, we'll just let them be happy. Let's see what else happened in that round. I think Bristol City were pretty much home and hose, weren't they? Yeah, so they won 4-1. Reading drew, so Fulham won, so we're still only 11 points up. Only 11 points. We still are 11 points up, but of course now there's only 11 games to go. Surely we won't drop a point a game. So what we'll do is we'll leave this here for now. I'll just quickly play through and we will face Sunderland. Okay, welcome back. Now just before we go on to the Sunderland game, we have our new intake of youth players. Now there's one or two that I'm very excited about here. Now we have Matt Molyneux, I assume you would pronounce that. No doubt he's going to be hit among the Wolves fans. But you can see 4.5 star potential. He's already dribbling 13, finishing 14, off the ball 13. Good pace, good acceleration. I mean, he's already borderline bench for the first team. He's only 16, so I'm really excited about him. I think next season he could well feature on the bench for us, depending on how our summer transfers go. Elsewhere, we have left back here, Daniel Rathbone, 4-star potential. Again, I mean, not bad for a 16-year-old. He's got good pace, acceleration, good tackling. Dribbling is not bad for a 16-year-old. Determination is really good as well. Positioning, again, vital for a defender. So I'm excited about him. And the other one, we have the winger here who I'm more skeptical about. Dribbling and crossing, it's not great, but he's only 16, 3.5 star potential. We'll see how that goes. But Ollie Day, the goalkeeper, another one. Aerial reach needs some work, but handling, kicking, reflexes, agility, it's all there. So I think he could become maybe not a first choice, but definitely a second choice keeper in years to come. And the other one that that have the 3-star potential, we have Jacob Ramsey here. Attacking midfielder. You can see finishing, first touch is good. Passing needs quite a bit of work. The physicals aren't too bad. So there's again a potential player there. And then Aaron Priestley, though I think he was already in the squad. But again, finishing, first touch, good pace, acceleration, off the ball. Again, 17, 3.5 star potential. Sorry. Again, I think he's another player that we could get something out of in the future. But that is the future. The present is, of course, away to Sunderland. You can see they have inconsistent form. Our form is definitely picked up. The changes that we've made, kind of what we said, Wilson in Zapocha, Adobe back on the right for El Mohammadi, Yedinak is back in for Wheeland. We're going to give Chester another game. He complained that he wanted more game time, so we'll give him one last chance here. We've gone with Keenan Davis. We've left Scott Hogan out, mainly because he's at a very high risk of reoccurring his knee injury he had at the start of the year. So we'll bring Keenan Davis onto the bench. If Wilson isn't working, we're better off having a target man that we can change things up rather than a similar player in Hogan. We've got Snodgrass and Lansbury back on the bench as well, so they're available to us if and when we need them. So hopefully we'll be able to continue this run of form that we have been on recently. I'm a little bit wary of Sunderland. I know that they're 16th, but you look, Aidan McGeady, what more? This player here that I'm not going to... Is it Nitcham? He's on loan from Celtic. He's not bad. Lamina Kone in defence. Connor Cody. They have a decent team that you think on their day will cause us problems. Obviously, if they're sitting down in 16th, then perhaps their day hasn't come around often enough, but you've always got to be wary. Alright, if we're in a good run of form, go out and impress me. We'll go to the passionate, we have faith. And I think this is Wilson's first game for us as an actual Aston Villa player. Obviously he has played and scored several goals for us this year, but I think this is his first I don't think we've played him, because when we signed him, he picked up a knock. So hopefully he'll put in a strong performance. Green, good tackle, Green. Not bad for a forward. Alright, here we go. Now, is this an actual highlight? No, Wilson has passed to nobody. Sasha Kletchen, I think that's of Chivas USA fame. That's a good ball out to Adobe. Can he find... We've only got Wilson in the middle. It's a good ball in. Wilson. Goal! What a start! Seconds in, Horahan nicked the ball away, beautiful out to Adobe, and then Wilson showing why we paid £3.6 million for him. What a run, what a finish, what a start. Alright, I think we better give them a concentrate, hope that we don't end up with a goal against like we did last time. We could not have asked for a better start. We haven't had any of the ball. I think that's probably our only kicks by looks of things. 38% possession, but that's okay. There's a part of me now that wonders if we should just sit back and look to counter Sunderland. Especially if they're having so much of the ball anyway. What have we got here? Vaughan, nowhere to go. That's a decent ball out for him. Now McGeady, we know he's dangerous. That is a wide open Watmore. What is Taylor doing? Thankfully, that was a terrible, terrible cross. But it is a corner which we need to defend. Alright, let's close him down. Sasha Kleishkin, ball in. Close it down, get in front of it. Alright, we're gonna try countering. We need to finish our chances, especially with struggling to hold the ball. So make changes. Can you make changes to tell them to finish their chances? I feel like that's a change that everybody would be making. What's the overlapping man there? Just free as a bird. Ugh. That was poor. I mean, we got to wait. I mean, they could have passed out here and got a goal as well. It's just poor defending, that one. I'm wondering... I think I did have the training focus set to defense as well. I did have it set to attacking movement for a while when we weren't scoring. I'm wondering now, after seeing this, if we need to just go back to basics and defend. If we keep clean sheets, even if we don't score, we are going to get promoted at this point. I would imagine 11 points clear. But after a wonderful start, was it 30 seconds? It's all gone a little bit wrong for us. Adobe has lost possession. Yeah, I mean, I get the feeling the only good thing we did was in the first 30 seconds. Let's have a look how else is going here. The other mob are drawing. Fulham is winning. Reading is winning. And Bristol City is drawing. Okay, so we need to get assertive. It's time for everyone to give everything you've got tonight. We deserve to win this match, so let's go out and do it. I haven't used that team talk before, but that seemed to have worked. Alright, Chester, not happy. Chester's starting to piss me off. If you want to play, then make sure you're playing well. Don't complain and then stink out the place. Adoma, we know Adoma can do better. Diamante has not been good enough. Andre Green has not been good enough. Wilson, I mean, he took his only chance, so we can't be too critical of him. And then Johnston, he's proving to be quite a decent goalkeeper for us, but I don't think we're going to keep him because we have a guy out on loan, Golini, who looks fine, quite good. We already have Sarr as well, so I think they're going to be our two goalkeepers. I think we're going to have more important places to strengthen over the summer than goalkeeper, so I don't think we're going to bring Johnston back or look to sign him permanently. When I've been asked in press conferences, I've said it's kind of, yeah, sure, we'll see what we can do, but I don't think we're going to try too hard. Okay. Let's go back to control. Oh, for demand more. Like, what are we doing? No, get stuck in. Tighter marking. Maybe that's the problem. Alright, Chester's going the way of Codger here. Let's get him off. I don't understand what Terry has to be nervous about. You're supposed to be this amazing leader of men. Can we give them a calm down? Don't panic. Oh, I mean, at 2-1, there's still a chance we can do a Fulham. That's a good tackle. Can we get that? Go on, Adobe. Adobe to Diamanti. Diamanti out to Wilson. Maybe would have done well to leave that to Adobe. What have you got for us here, Wilson? Well done. Skinned him. Adobe. One more. Can we find a ball in the middle? It's got to be. Oh, you get a knack. Oh, he scored all these goals for Australia. He's missed a sitter. And are we going to get done on the counter now? Is that Hutton back there? Okay, I think Diamanti's race has run here. He looks knackered. So what, 20 minutes to go, so that should be fine for Lansbury. His match fitness isn't fantastic, but it's good enough. I wonder if Snodgrass for Green too. Green hasn't been at his best. Maybe you look him to attack a little bit more as well. I was worried about Sunderland. We got the scouting report of their team. They had good players, and that was worrying me a little bit. Oh, gotta hit play. Okay, so if we're a goal down, let's go attacking. We've got nothing to lose. Maybe show some passion. We're all frustrated and nervous. Like, just... there's nothing to be frustrated or nervous about. You're top of the league. Just power on through. Okay, so this isn't looking too promising. Go overload. Adoma into Horahan. Horahan to Yadanak. I still can't believe he missed that. That's a nice little pass. Lansbury to Wilson. We've got Snodgrass. Is he onside? Oh! That was probably our chance to get a completely undeserved point. It's really disappointing though, isn't it? That this is going to be it. We've suffered with this all season though, where just when you think we're looking good, we'll go and pull out a performance like this. Yeah, it's completely deserved. Another disappointing end to an episode, but we did get the win against QPR, so that's something. But it's just, simply put, was not good enough. I don't really see a point in ranting and raving because we are top of the league. We have been decent. Or we may not be top of the league now. We'll have to look and see how Bristol City did. The guys that went off here. Diamanti was not good enough. You want your best, you deserve to come off. Andre Green, once again, you want it your best, you deserve to come off. And I think if Chester complains again, he can go keep Codger company in the reserves, because that's 2 games in a row now he's been woeful. So Bristol City only drew, so we are still top of the league. They're only 2 points now. Fulham won, so that brings our gap down to 8 points, which is not ideal, but 8 points is 8 points. We don't have to be too worried about that yet. So that's it. That's our episode done. What we'll do is I'll play through now to, I think Reading's the next big game, isn't it? Home to Reading, early April. So I'll play through to April. We'll come back next time. We already saw Hull first game of the year, so maybe we'll do Reading and Norwich next episode. So that's it for now. If you did enjoy the episode, please do give me a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Aussie Villain, and here are our goals of the month for February.